shopping at Walmart tomorrow.
Of October 2024. October 8, 2024. It's Tuesday morning, and I've entitled this message, Man is Confused, God is Not. Man is confused, God is not. I don't think we've ever lived in a time, at least I haven't ever lived in a time when there seems to be so much confusion in our culture, in our society, in our politics, in our government, in our education, in our churches, in our schools, in our even in our homes. Satan loves confusion. God is not confused. Man is confused. You know, what we might want to do to further this discussion is define what is confusion. What does it mean to be confused? You know, I've been in a lot of different jobs where there was a lot of confusion. There was a lot of confusion working for the state of Missouri, the Department of Social Services. There was a lot of confusion working in the state of Kansas with social rehabilitation services. There's a lot of confusion working in psychiatric hospitals. There's a lot of confusion working in government entities, full of confusion. The definition of confusion is to be bewildered, baffled, perplexed, puzzled, a lack of certainty, unsureness, indecision, hesitation. We see a lot of that going on in our society today. Uncertainty, not being sure, being indecisive. The height of indecision is Kamala Harris. She says one thing out of her mouth, and the next day she says something else, and she calls it compromise. Bafflement, perplexity, puzzlement, mystification, bewilderment. This is confusion. What does Scripture have to say about the subject? Psalm 71:1, "Oh, in Thee, O Lord, do I put my trust. Let me never be put to confusion." Isaiah 24:10, "The city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in." James 3:16, "For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work." Does that sound familiar in our politics today? For where envying and strife is, there is confusion and every evil work. 1 Corinthians 14:33 says, "For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches." God is not the author of confusion. Satan is the author of confusion. Daniel 9:8, "O Lord, to us belongeth confusion of face, to our kings, to our princes, to our fathers, because we've sinned against thee." You know, sin, there's a direct correlation to being confused with sin. Have you ever thought about that? Isaiah 45:16, "They shall be ashamed and also confounded, all of them that shall go to confusion together that are makers of idols." Idolatry also is connected with being confused. Isaiah 30:3, "Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion." A lot of people are trusting in Egypt today. Isaiah 41:29, "Behold, they are all vanity, their works are nothing. Their molten images are wind and confusion." Do you know that the word confusion is mentioned 25 times in the Bible? Jeremiah 7:19, do they provoke me to anger, saith the Lord? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? You know. Psalm 35:4, let them be confounded and put to shame that seek after my soul. Let them be turned back and brought to confusion that devise my hurt. Have you ever been around someone that purposely is trying to devise hurt against you? I have had people devise hurt against me. I had the whole state of Missouri devising hurt against me and my family. Psalm 72, let them be ashamed and confounded that seek after my soul. Let them be turned backward and put to confusion that desire my hurt. Psalm 35:26, let them be ashamed and brought to confusion together that rejoice at mine hurt. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor that magnify themselves against me. You know, when Paul went to Macedonia, it says in Acts 19:29, the whole city was filled with confusion. You know, the whole city was filled with confusion. Jeremiah 3:25, we lie down in our own shame, and our confusion covereth us. For we have sinned against the Lord our God, we and our fathers from our youth even unto this day, and have not obeyed the voice of the Lord our God. There's a direct correlation between a nation in a confused state and a nation full of sin. I'm often amazed when you hear the hearings that are going on in the debates and about politics, or the hearings that are going on in the House of Representatives or in the Senate. It seems like that our House of Representatives, our executive branch, even our judiciary branch, and our legislative branch, they're all confused. Acts 19:32, some therefore cried one thing and some another, for the assembly was confused, and the more part knew not wherefore they were come together. That's what's happening right now. There's total confusion of faces in our government. Well, it's good to know that God is never confused. God is a God of order, a God of justice, a God of righteousness, a God of mercy, a God of grace, a God of compassion, a God of long suffering, but He's not a God of confusion. So the next time you are listening to a rally, a political rally, and it seems like there's all kind of confusion and disarray and disorder, realize it's probably a result of sinful behavior. May the good Lord be with you today is my prayer. God bless.